It's unbelievable that there are such siblings. It's this young man with glasses in front of him. It's a good time, but I don't want to go out to work. He was obsessed with building pastoral gardens in the back mountains, raising trying to live a very primitive life, comfortable farming life. It's not a very gregarious
Naturally,
idea. It also makes men very... He was pointed at by the people
Even
around
the man's
him. Parents can't understand. I always feel that the idea of my son is typical. Do not do business
The only
properly.
one in the family
only
who
this
supports
sister in front
himself.
of me. To help my brother fulfill his wish. My sister not only persuaded me painstakingly. Parents who have always been very
It's even
opposed.
more free.
I came to the farm that my brother was building. Do your best to help your brother build it
this
together.
time,
The younger brother is ready to spend some time. Build a sturdy estate for yourself. Secure kitchen. But this time, I really couldn't get away because so my sister just helped my brother from. Some trees were cut down on the mountain. Then worked together to carry it back to the manor. After a simple peel, he left in a hurry. Therefore, the following I can only rely on my brother to do it. However, these are not difficult for my brother. Since the decision to build a farm here, my brother is used to handle everything as one person as possible. Such ideas and practices also let my brother's has advanced by leaps and bounds in a relatively short period I grew up. The younger brother and we did a little more work with the timber, peel and growl polish, and drew the lines in great detail with an ink bucket. After marking the various shapes to be processed, and he used a saw and a chisel against the line. Greeted, ready to process out. Next, build the cabin. The required bamboo shoots and hairy eyes. After the bamboo shoots are processed, move these woods. Make a suitable bamboo shoot and hit it with a hammer. You get the liangju you need for this construction. Frame unit. Due to this combined box, the frame unit is already a little too heavy. Therefore, the younger brother simple gantry frame made by yourself with the help of ropes and stakes. Lift it up little by little, and we fix it up. Of course, between units, you also need to go through the upper and lower beams, and you also tap the alert. It didn't take long. A two-piece wooden house frame is put in place. Then you can continue to build the house board. But before laying the roof, still need to be on top of the main beam. We're going to add some not only can the overall structure of the house can be more stable. It also reduces the span between beams so that the subsequent laying of the roof can be more convenient. The final grain in place and trimmed neatly, and then finally to the roof. The link is laid, and this time the place, different from the color steel tile used before. Instead, the more affordable asbestos laying of asbestos tiles is also very simple. Just put it in the room. Tap some holes with iron nails first, then use wire to go through the holes, tied to roof beams. Just repeat the same operation. Put every asbestos tile. Lay it all in place. Of course, in order to prevent water leakage, this part of the roof also requires a special demeanor. Wait for the wind blockage. The kitchen floor is still potholed. How could my hateful husband getting drunk with the strength of alcohol kick the woman out of the house? You know, a woman's husband is not only idle all day, they are even more indifferent to their family. I only know that not all day long and some box friends hang out privately. The woman originally thought, for my daughter to have a complete family, it can only be repeated tolerance. Do your best. They control everything in the house, big and small. But he was directly kicked out by his cruel husband. For my daughter, women can't get too far away. So then, you can only go to the nearby barren mountain. Let's create a habitat for the time being. Let's watch it together. How do women make these for constructs? Yes, you can see it. The woman is first on a slope. The grassland was excavated and
to
leveled,
fill the
and then
ground.
he brought a machete. Cut down in the nearby bamboo forest. And these cut bamboo trees. Next, it needs to be cut to the appropriate
Then it can be
length.
carried back one
Follow
by
up
one.
After you bring back all the bamboo you need, the woman then started digging again. And these holes that were dug out, it is used next. Raise and level, supported by columns of fixed houses. It also needs to be measured on the column. Process the subsequent required fixed bayonet. Go here. The main load-bearing structures of the house have been built in place. Just cut the excess of the outer edge ground pair leaves. The upper roof has been laid, and the required soil completed with edging above the roof. Then came the floor of the house and the construction of the external guardrail. First arranges the bamboo to the support structure and external guardrails. Wait for the guardrail to be built. Next, use long bamboo slices to pair the placed bamboo. Do some detailed bundling. Soon the entire floor of the log cabin can be directly from the house. It was built by women like this. Come out, and then you need to pair another after it is repaired. Women are ready to take the hygiene here. Clean up briefly. I plan to relax and rest. The follow-up construction. How do you feel about such a comment? And then they dug in half the gutters. Pay attention to a pregnant woman who is unwell. I took a taxi to the hospital unexpectedly. Alone. The car suddenly broke down on trying to stop a passing side of the road. Woman in car. It already seems very painful. Been using your hands. Touching his stomach over and over are a little bad. Very convenient. Dare not delay. I hope there are kind people go to the hospital quickly, but no one stopped. It's been a long stop. There's a BMW out of the car. He first. Lying by the car, he asked about the woman. Then quickly ran back to the car. And my brother's consistent proposition of water for is not only woman. The woman takes the water and takes a sip. I haven't had time to thank you. The pain in his body suddenly became severe. The woman couldn't take it anymore and burst into tears. Little girl sees this. I quickly called my father out of the car. The man looked at the woman, realized that there can be no more delay. Opened the door quickly. Combination of work and rest. He picked up the woman in the car, then transferred the woman to her BMW. After carefully placing the woman, the little girl also got into the car quickly. Took the woman to the hospital. Watch this girl playing with her phone all the way. Don't know yet. You will be in danger soon. When he got to the basement, there are already 2 men waiting here. So I plan to be behind the ground and camping. The girl doesn't recognize these 2 men. He asked the 2 of them to make way. I didn't expect to be played by the men. First they made way, just as the girl was about to pass by again. Stop the girl again. He even started touching the girl's with arm. His hand. Take a day off. Even a girl's hair. Constantly harassing the girl. Or did the security guard just now find out about the situation? He asked 2 men to let the girl go, but these 2 men showed no fear. Even scolded the security guard also wants to get out of this opportunity. I didn't expect it. Then continued to build later, but he was stopped again by the man next guards at this time seem a little timid. But didn't leave. He pulled the girl over. Negotiating with 2 men. Let the girl go. 2 men see the security guards so stubborn. I really have no chance. In the end, I can only choose to leave. After all, life is never about rushing. It's meant to be enjoyed. So I'll see you tomorrow. It was unbelievable. In today's industrialized world, how could someone not rely on welding just now? Based solely on one's own memory. Just use solid wood. His hands rubbed out the large ship in front of ladies. This is a company located in Pakistan, in the Peshawar area. The workers are in the workshop at this time. Cut solid wood with a machine. Peel these cut planks. Will be used for the assembly of ship side and base plates. In order to ensure the subsequent assembly of the hull fit as tightly as possible, no leakage. After the planks are transported, it also depends on the different positions used for assembly, marked by the masters. Make more detailed cuts, and after the cutting is completed, with planer pulp, all bare cleansers polished smooth and flat, while the masters speed up the other side is also in full swing. Building the skeleton of the ship, because the skeleton is the bearing of a subject to various loads. An important structure that guarantees the girder running through the hull must be spliced with thick wood and firmly fastened with bolts, and the beam frame that intersects depending on the shape of the hull. It's going to be curved. Wait for the ship skeleton to be assembled in place. The ship version can be built. Because the base plates and side plates of the ship are being assembled, the outline of the hull with a certain arc. So the masters were assembling. Through bolts must be used for tightening adjustments to ensure that can be neatly spliced together. Considering the huge size of the ships built and the adjustment curvature of this kind of splicing of ship plates is destined and it's very cumbersome. Patient humanoid work. But these Bowtie brothers in front of you, very leisurely. After all, money always has to be made and a family has to be supported. As an important source of income for the family. All just to be able to. You get paid every month. Well, as for the punch and choices of the masters are also very primitive. And after the masters again and again. Quickly twitch back and looks like a top. Very similar drilling tools. It also runs through the entire board very smoothly. However, as the assembly progress and the gradual elevation of the assembly position, each plant required. The curvature of the adjustment also starts to get bigger and bigger. It already seems a little insufficient. The masters adopted. A puller with wider coverage. Cooperate with each other to achieve the purpose of tight fit. That's all. After 49 days of efficient operation. With the full cooperation of the planks of the entire hull, however, based on the master's many years of shipbuilding experience, such a hull, not enough to handle the rough waves of the sea. So the masters are on the upper deck again. It's got a lot of horizontal skeletons. To make the whole more stable, horizontal skeleton assembled. Then the masters. Rivets were hammered on the outside of the hull. It's no laughing matter. For safety's sake, the masters beat it with not only is the depth of the and the amount of rivets is also an extra conflict. Masters not only have to be on the outside of the hull, smear a thick layer of in addition, the gap is also installed to be inserted. The wave glue application is wait until the waterproofing problem of the hull is solved. It's time for the production of the cabin. Masters, they didn't just build cabins on ships. Observation deck, etc. It was hand carved. A large number of beautiful patterns. It can be said that for this construction, the masters have also poured a lot of electrical installation of power plants, finish and painting. The construction of the entire ship comes to a complete conclusion. The master's exquisite craftsmanship and for the master's craftsmanship, you're going to score some more. Watch it. I have never seen such a powerful woman. I'm tired of being busy in the workplace. Quit his job at a young age. Then I came to this mountain alone. Excellent craftsmanship. Alone here. It has forcibly built a place away from the hustle and bustle. Now, the girl is working non-stop on this. The girl quit her job. I want to go back to my hometown in the countryside. Live a good life with your parents. But what the girl didn't expect was, I just got home not long ago. Parents start endlessly nagging beside me. You know, although the two elderly people are not very capable, with a few opportunities I have amassed a lot of wealth. Even if my daughter is always by my side. Meet old. It won't be too much of a problem. But the parents are old after all. The parents are only a child like the girl. I took advantage of this time to start contacting the matchmaker. I want my daughter to hurry up and start a blind date. It's good to look for suitable marriages in advance, but the girl doesn't agree with her parents. I feel like I'm still young. I have no plans to get married for the time being. So I never thought about blind dates at all. Even if parents do it for themselves, secretly contact the matchmaker to arrange a blind date. The girl is also hiding everywhere. This is worrying the girl's parents. So it started endlessly, nagging in the girl's ear. Blunt girl, even if she has no plans to get married, you can also take advantage of your youth. Meet some nice guys through blind dates. In the future. Can find a suitable candidate. But in the face of parents' painstaking persuasion, the girl was unmoved at all, even in the end. I don't want to face my parents all day anymore. Just dodged out. Prepare to live a good life in the mountains for a while. Although the girl is young, but it's also pretty awesome. Rely on your own strength. They built stone houses, kitchen courtyard, water town. They've even cultivated vast tracts of pastoral vegetable fields. This undisturbed mountain life. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl build it? I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite masters are still in the now. The girl has built the dung tillage now in full swing with cement sand. Masonry toilet walls. How did it go? Watching the girl work non-stop. Do you think it's great from the bottom of your heart? Please order a free one for such a girl. Support it. Thank you very much. You can see it. After the girl simply fed the backlog in the hospital, he immediately stirred up the cement again. This time the girl is going to use stones. Make the squatting pit out of the toilet. After. The girl pulled another batch of tiles with the car. Go ahead and build the toilet, but before the gas number. The girl still needs to go to the mountain to cut down some bamboo first. You can follow the size of the upper part of the toilet. Then tie it to the top of the wall. Build a two-board support for the toilet. Wait until this step is complete. You can continue to use tiles, toilet roofs, then continue to cut the wooden doors of the toilet. Wait until the wooden door is installed before pasting the cement. How did it go? How many copies would you make of such a girl? And leave a message. It was unbelievable. It's the eye. Before this ordinary-looking rural girl, there is such great perseverance. Since over a year ago, also for some problems around, Girl Master, moving away from the homeland where he had lived for many years. Then in this mountain far from the hustle and bustle, this is in order to live here more comfortably. The girl also worked hard, relying on one's own strength, building them little by little. The previous one issued a scale, the new courtyard. But building houses is no easy task, although the girl is already here. Lived for more than a year. But until now, places in the house that need to be built and improved. But there are still many. This is not because these 2 days. The girl just bought some black piglets, raised at home. So today, the girl is ready to be in the courtyard. Build an open-air butcher's to cook pig food for the piglets. At the same time, the unfinished part of the pig will also be handled in place. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl proceed? The construction worked this time, right? You can see it. By this time, the girl had built a stove out of mud. The U-bin was made out of bamboo. It is now using brown. Donkey leaves lay the upper roof. Wait until the ceiling is laid. You can clean it up. And check the light effect. Make sure it's correct and tamp the soil. The girl arrived again. Got a bamboo tube outside. The girl still needs to process the bamboo tube. Compile another thin agent too. The girl's silky craftsmanship. It's really enviable. It's pretty awesome. With the last bamboo strips in place, then the girl went to the nearby mountain initiated green plants. And these cut green plants, just take it home and do some cutting and cooking. It will be transformed into the hands of a girl to feed. Good food for piglets. You can see it. While cooking pig food, the girl is busy by the pond woven bamboo edges. It's what the girl will use to import materials for pigsty. And then finally a piece of wood to create herbivorous food for pigs. This time the construction is almost done. Notice that I have just never seen such a powerful woman by his boyfriend in 10 years. He came to the mountain alone, prepared to be in this remote place away from the hustle and bustle. Don't look at the young girl. The ability to build a hitch with one hand, but it can be said to be perfect. Hard to rely on their wooden house was built here one after another. Kitchen walls. This is not the girl is still working on it non-stop. The girl and her boyfriend. It's a plan to get married this year, but for various reasons. So many years. The girl has not yet been with each other's parents. Formal introduction. So the two of them were ready to organize a dinner. Let both parties formally introduce one. But what the girl didn't expect yourself and your boyfriend's parents. After meeting for the first time for dinner, the other party's attitude no matter how clear the girl perfunctory. The secret mention of the marriage between the two is not confused. Reluctance to answer. This gave the girl a bad premonition. If it weren't for 2 months ago, the girl and her girlfriend went to a shopping mall in the suburbs. He's dating another woman here. The girl still doesn't know that in the past 6 months, his boyfriend is secretly hiding on the frequency in private, meeting all kinds of women. The blind date can't help but make the girl very angry. The boyfriend finally told original. Although my boyfriend's family is also an ordinary boyfriend's mother, but I have always felt that my son is very outstanding. It must be in the future. Find a girl in a so big be honest. Look down on girls from small places. So I kept wearing more. Let your son break up with a girl. Okay, let's find what the girl did. The 10-year relationship between the two. I can't beat my boyfriend's parents. Although he did not directly mention it to the girl, soon began to touched other girls by his parents. This makes the girl extremely disappointed. The two ended up on their own after 10 years of romance. She quit her job. Finally came to this mountain to restart a section here. An undisturbed new life. So what happens next? Let's watch it together. How did the girl build it? I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's as expected. Experts you can see it now. The girl has built and the water tomatoes. Now there are trees around the compound. Wait until the logging is done. You can contact the surrounding buyers for sale. Immediately after, the girl began to feed the captive pigs in the yard again. Meals are ready. And plan to be next to the pigsty. Build a manure tank to hold pig manure. How about this girl? Isn't she amazing? If it's okay, please order it for such a girl. Thank you very much. After the construction of the septic tank is completed, the small bamboo rate a girl like that. Welcome to comment and leave a message. I have never seen such a powerful woman. Just because of the wooden boat I made before. Due to multiple collisions, the girl wants to use steel over the past purely handmade to make a stronger one. Durable iron ships. It's not early. The girl bought a batch of steel. I started working on it nonstop. Originally, it's still a barren place overgrown since the girl chose this place to settle down here. It's slow here. Something big has happened. You know, although the girl is young, but timid. But let the girl practice. Great skill at building hitches. So I decided to settle down. The girl began. He had to work all day. Ready here. Attentively, build a new home undisturbed. Live well for a while. I didn't expect it. So busy for more than a year. The girl really relied on her. It's okay. Please give such a girl a like and support. Thank you very much. Wait for the iron sheet to be welded in place. The weld can be polished. Ready to apply the brush
Then
machine
the girl
to the
cut
outside
Fang
of the
again.
iron ship first. Ready to install the boat on a side of the boat. Subsequent to the same, inside the pair of iron ships and the boathouse. Apply green paint. How did it go? Girl, how many copies of this craft will Welcome
you
to
get?
comment and leave a message. Flowers bloom if cherished. Flower falling ink, the flowers and non-floral full clothes. I have never seen such a powerful Everyone woman. Else is still running for life all when day the day long. Is busy. This one looks thin. Weakness is actually dexterity and agility. A girl with white legs has started to grow weeds in this area, living alone in a dangerous mountain, discovering the true meaning of life in the case of paper tape and a baggage. With heaven as company and earth as spirit. After a journey, Minghui the life of Jiangxi flowers, it's not enviable. The woman's name is Xiaomei, although young, but he has been struggling in society for many years. In the best years of my life, repeating the monotonous part-time work day after day, life is a bit boring. The so-called poor people Once think consciousness is awakened, it will be like the grass is out of control. After much consideration, he decided to quit his job. I started to pack my bags and come to the mountains planning for the future. About life. Due to the temporary, you don't want to live They're in going one to go around in the mountains. Long. Take a look. In order to keep myself After entering from and he needs to build it as soon as possible. Set up a temporary residence. So I selected a terrain opposite the platform. The view is also wide enough behind the safe place. Let's do it quickly. And here in the mountains, it's all in the middle of nowhere with big trees. What nature! She also became Xiaomei, the best choice of materials for construction, although the night temperature in the mountains will drop. However, due to the current climate, it's still a relatively hot season. In Xiaomei's opinion, it hasn't arrived yet. You need to consider when heating at night. So the construction was relatively simple, and all you have to do is build one out of wood with a three-sided shelter. A simple wooden house it's enough with an to shelter him from the wind and rain. Days and nights follow in the mountains. In the early stage of Zhuang Dingshu with wooden stakes, when building most of the house, hunger in the stomach. Also reminding Xiaomei, it's time to think about it. What to have for dinner. Out of confidence in one's own abilities, Xiaomei didn't bring any dry food when she came. So after cutting out a few thin sticks, he set out with confidence and felled a beam. And the first stop outside, Xiaomei caught a grasshopper in the bushes. This not only makes people uniform. Is that what Xiaomei's dinner is all about? Do you sell meatless grasshoppers? It's a bit heavy. Let's go down with uniformity. As Xiaomei uses gum, the stick goes around one step at a time. But let him go to so much trouble. Using grasshoppers what would you want to capture? Out of confidence in the traps you have made. Xiaomei was not waiting quietly. Instead, choose to go back. The climate in the mountains is always from changeable. Time to time, the phrase cold to all will come down. Xiaomei before coming. I also specially prepared a waterproof handy tarp. Now. It doesn't make sense to others. There's no way to start. It's just easy for Xiaomei. Piece of cake. Soon the construction of the wooden house was completely completed. See if you get anything. Although the trap was just set not long ago, everything went well. A gluttonous bird the bounty of nature at this moment. Not only did Xiaomei's dinner come to fruition, it became very rich. And after a busy day, Xiaomei is already and thirsty. At this moment, there is nothing more genius than Baijiu. Even more beautiful. The so-called color appetite is also. It is always the first need of even all in the mountains. The conditions are very difficult. Not ready to settle. The combination of meat and vegetables is the best choice in his heart. Staring at the treetops. Go to this deep mountain that looks a lot like flat, although it is dark and empty. But Xiaomei ate it with relish, not at all afraid. A mouthful of wild fruit and a mouthful of roasted meat. It's extraordinarily delicious. Finish eating. Xiaomei needs to lie down and rest as soon as possible. There are more things waiting for him tomorrow. It was absolutely incredible. It's this PU in front of you. Ordinary young girl. In today's rapidly changing society, after marriage, resolutely returned to her hometown went from nothing together. Slowly in this area, on the barren grassland overgrown with weeds, built an eye. The previous enviable mountain girls are not only simple and kind by nature. He was incredibly hardworking. The construction big at the original home. It's all done by the two of them working together. But since 5 months ago, husband once thought something was wrong temporarily. Need to go out for 2 days. In order not to affect the subsequent construction progress, the girl simply built it at home alone. And very happy. The whole process was filmed. I didn't expect it to be this unintentional move. After an extranet by her husband, not only was it watched by millions of netizens, it also received hundreds of thousands and a lot of urging. This surprised the two of them, and so after a while, we decided. From now on, the two will be the female lead. Let the girls do the building. The men shoot, edit, and post. Just a few months to persevere. The two actually gained a lot of fans very good income. Such a result. It also makes their lives here better. It's delicious. And there was a big pond in the yard. The girl has to repair it on the pond. The idea for a leisure facility. So after some planning, today, and she started to build it. The girl was first on the dirt by the pond. Measurement room. Determining the exact position of the column. After installation, it can be excavated and erected immediately after. The bottom beam can be erected on the top of the column. In order to make the bottom beam placed more smoothly. The girl also deliberately added several wooden parts of the four cement pillars. After placing the bottom beam, you can fix the two with iron nails. Place smoothly. Wait until all the bottom beams can be processed next. The wooden column above. After removing the epidermis of the raw material, you can open the hairy eyes cut out to facilitate the fixation between the two. Raw materials. Go here. You can use the short wooden sticks prepared in advance pieces of the courtyard. Pieces are bound together. And then we're going to take these short sticks that we're processing together. Measured by nails together at a certain spacing to strengthen the superstructure and for the next important support for laying the roof board. As for the laying of the roof, it is also very simple. Just throw a short stick like this. Fix them neatly and orderly. Just lay the whole roof tile for food. The dirty board bound like this. The whole outer edge is not next enough. You need to pull the thread and cut it copied out to achieve the goal of uniformity. As for the waterproofing of the roof, the laying glue is the method of colored plastic sheeting to solve the problem. Just handle the closing on all sides in place. Due to the fact that there is still a certain amount of space away from the road, also needs to facilitate access as for the treatment of the floor. Basically the same as just built. The method of fouling the board is much the same. Just repeat the same operation. Just build it again. Next, the sides of the roof and decorate with rays. Here, just bind these two short wooden sticks together. Just fix it in a suitable position. On the handling here is also very old between the columns. Fix the upper and lower to long wooden sticks. Then put some relatively small, isometric wooden root by root. Just fix it diagonally and up and down. You can mix different colors of paint. Different parts. Okay, the whole wooden pavilion. Carry out a meticulous beautification and pavilion at this time. It's pretty amazing. But the girl didn't stop there. Nearby again, collected some branches together with the column. Then on the bound branch, decorate with some artificial flowers. And balloons of different colors. Dress up Muting again. How about the effect of such a finished product? How many copies will you type? Welcome to comment and leave a message. It was unbelievable. This is what it looks like. Beautiful young girl. To have such courage. Young, trying to be alone. In this wide river channel in front of you. Bamboo hut. I plan to challenge myself for a while. Don't look at the girl wearing glasses. But the ability to survive in the wild in the last half year. But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight. The girls are all alone in the rainforest. Up and down the tree. By the waterfall. These places that others don't think are ideal. The girl sees fit. It was all built in the end. They became all kinds of temporary housing. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl get in the river this time? Buildings can float. Moving temporary accommodation. I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Are still you can see it now. The girl has built the whole foundation out of bamboo. It is now drawing the bamboo tubes are being actual stroke. And these cut bamboo tubes, after checking that the size is appropriate, as long as you do some punching can be combined with each other. We made the beam column unit structure of the house. After making the required Liang, all you have to do is position and tie each other with bamboo tubes. support combined, and then through the open hole. Through the beams. Soon the beams of the whole house are supported. It was built by the girl like this. The next step is based on pre-planning. And then we create with the structural framework for the roof completed. You can use it next. The brown donkey liquid dried in advance. Lay out the upper roof the bamboo whip that the girl is next building. Important materials for house walls. However, before the official construction, these bamboo whips still need to be soaked to improve overall resilience. Make it more durable. After the soaking is completed and after you can according to the size of the bamboo a notch in the column. To facilitate the next step of edge pressing and fixing process thin bamboo strips. It is specially used by girls for decoration to be completed. That brings us to the building phase of making the frames after some elevation.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my way?
And then a layer of just transformed bamboo became a bed to really lie down on. So far, you can build the protective structure on the four sides of the houseboat. Set it up and drain it. We insert the braids, and then we make some short pieces of bamboo. Do the filling vertically. Pretty soon, the construction of the entire guardrail is completely completed.
My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Finally, put some flowers, just decorate it. Notice that I have never seen such a powerful woman. Just because of a heavy rain that has come bridge in front of my house broken and swollen by the river. Put this kind of thing on others. It can be very frustrating. But for girls, but it's really no big deal. Although the girl looks ordinary, but all about reclaiming land and farming. The ability to build cars. But it's really quite amazing. Not only one person is in front of this land. It took a year or two. I built this place little by little. Very comfortable new house.